Hello and welcome back to InfraSpace. In the last episode, we split apart oxygen and carbon processing. We went from having atmosphere processors over here and shipping their carbon across to the factories that needed them, and switched these to be all dedicated oxygen processors, which cut our need in half for the amount of oxygen we needed because these produce oxygen twice as fast, 1 in 8 seconds, versus this was only 1 in 16 seconds for the same number of workers. But that means we also needed a bunch of carbon processors over here to make the dedicated carbon. So we added a metric ton of carbon processors over here, which may still not be enough. We may have a few more tweaks to do, in fact, to the balance of the factory. As you can see, we also need to balance green circuits a little bit more here, and there seems to be a small issue with survival food, which is surprising to me. Okay, you need to go away. Tooltips. It's surprising to me because this should be enough. But maybe it's just barely enough, and therefore is not enough, as we've learned a couple of other times here. Actually, it does say it's underproducing. So we need to have one more of these for each. Yeah, one more of these for each. Wonder why that is, because it was producing correctly before. And we're going to need to increase it anyway very soon, because once we get... Actually, let's skip that for a moment. Let's talk about the research completed. We completed Industrial Robot Factory. We'll have to take a look at that in this episode momentarily. But we also need to stage out a third residential area, build out a third residential area, which I've already staged out. So let's click on that, and let's select our next research so that can start processing, although the amount of time it takes to process isn't really that concerning. I think we'll do uranium mining next. And we can work on nuclear power, which might be useful, because we're running by the skin of our teeth a little bit on power, now that we can't make it any bigger. So I'm a little surprised to see that the food is not producing as much as I thought it was. Although it is really close. Oxygen might be having the same problem, in fact. Let's see, oxygen? Oxygen says we're slightly overproducing, but survival food we are underproducing on. And we're going to have to expand these, as I was just saying, in a little while in order to accommodate the expansion or the growth of these residential neighborhoods into the next stage, because they're going to presumably get more residents each, which means they're going to need more of everything each. So let's take a look here and possibly expand this slightly. I'm just going to go ahead and do it the right way. It needs to be 3 plus 1 plus 3 again, so that's 7. And then we can switch to the other style here. And we can just put one more of these in place. Simple farm, survival food. In place right there. And we'll just have to make sure that the zoning is proper for these. And we'll do the same thing over here. Let's see, this one goes here, out by 7. And then we can switch to the other tool. And there. This goes in here, and let's check our zones. Oh yeah, we have plenty of space in those zones, and plenty of room to grow on here a little bit. And I did them opposite, but that's fine. Wow, that didn't take long. Uranium mining, and can now build uranium mine and radiation core factory. Interesting. It was 40 in that quick a time. Well, it has been a little while since the industrial robots finished. So it kind of doesn't surprise me that some of the yellow science had built up. Let's go ahead and start nuclear power, and let's work on this new residential area before we take a look at industrial robots. This shouldn't take very long because we know what we're doing. We just need to duplicate what has been set up on the other side, and I've already done a good chunk of the tedious work by laying out the roads already. Although we do need to make another change that we just made for this 7, and then. I don't remember what the number was already. 9. Okay. There you go. So let's start by placing the habitats, because those are going to take a while to get filled up and staged out. Or perhaps we could just place some of them. Yeah, let's just place like the first third of them. Did I mess this up? I might have messed this up. I did. Off by 1 errors. Once again. Once again in this game, just like in every other one, it seems. Off by 1 error again. go. Place these down. And then 5. So that's 10 and 20. That's a third of this district. And then we can stage out the... wow, do we get a lot of new stuff? Oh, the uranium mining. Right, of course. Oxygen. And I'm wondering... Well, let's see. Actually, I don't need to wonder. Let's put out the 7 we need here. And then for survival food, we need 6, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3. I'll learn my lesson and start at the edge of the road instead of starting at the far end and working my way back, given the off by 1 errors. There. And of course you need power. But we're ready for that. I have the power right there, so let's go ahead and put a new substation in. Right in this neighborhood. Careful. And then we can run power from there to... Power line running. I have it on the opposite side of the road here. And I think that's... Actually, no, I'm going to run it on this side of the road. I'll just put my single power line right there. You go there and then connect right up to that one. And we have power. We have the power. Alright, you can see everyone's working now. So we can start staging. No, we need to probably do some zoning. Let's do some zoning. This is the oxygen and food zone. Survival food, that is. And then this will be the residential zone. Interesting. It's as if it finishes, but it not quite finishes. So then we need to have oxygen here, coming in here, and survival food also. Alright, and while those houses are upgrading, receiving villagers, yeah, receiving citizens, we can start staging out some new habitats here. It's going to take a little while for these to all get up to par, but we should be okay, since we are slightly overproducing oxygen and food. I need to twist that view, and of course you can't twist the map when you have something in your hand. It twists the thing in your hand instead. You can see they're all getting very well supplied already. And the good news is that since this was all staged out in pieces a little bit, the oxygen and food were able to overproduce for a few moments there. And everything's on, we're on fast speed too. They were able to overproduce for a little while there and prepare all their demands accordingly. You're getting home appliances? Wait, what are you getting home appliances already for? And computers? You shouldn't be. Didn't I stage out... Oh, I bet you I didn't do... computers? Your computers? Yes. You need to go here and here and here. That way I can control the outputs. And then home appliances need to go... Oh, I did those. Well, why did it... Maybe they still provide even though they're not correct. And then we need to watch our production overview very carefully because we're actually going to start having a problem with production of those 2 items very soon. Well, maybe. I may be overproducing enough that I don't have to worry about it. Home appliances and computers. We'll see. Was that network 2 when I put this down? Probably. And it's just going to take these guys a while to get set up. The highways are working. As stated in the end of the last episode, by the way, I just extend this highway off of this interchange we already had here. I thought that made the most sense in the last episode, and that is still true. And then I think we can work on parks. We are gaining quite a lot of steel now. I did stage that out, by the way, after the last episode. Nope, wrong button again. So we have now 16 steel manufactories going, and 6 oxygen for each set of 8. And that should be good, although we might have to do something different with the steel here, because there are too many steel trucks trying to go into that 1 storage. So I may have to move some stuff around, but it's fine for now because it's only really impeding the steel itself, and we're gaining plenty. Concrete down here has its own area. Okay, so let's work on... I think we're stuck now without a park, so let's work on parks. Those are here. Park. And I have space for 3. Wait, I missed a road. Oh, down there in the end. Okay. I don't know why that triggered your misbehaviors there, but okay. There you go. And then down here in the end, we need a road that goes out by, I think it's 13, but it could be 11. It is 11. Go there. And then we finally need one more right here. And I might as well do the stadiums while I'm here. And I am going to go ahead and put one in here. And it can join this one in its quest to be the end-all, be-all of stadiums. We can do this now. Like this. Right. And then we can drag the arrows, and then I can also just continue this stage out right here. And these 2 stadiums can just be supplementary, as we did previously. Park. Park, go that way. And culture, also go this way. Maybe I should just link these 2 back here as well. I don't think that should be a problem. Yeah, let's turn off districts. And let's do a highway, but just the 2-lane highway. And just link those 2 not together. Why is that not lining up properly? I measured everything. I don't know. Is it maybe because the road is crooked? Probably. So I'm going to have to do some creative roads here. Let's take you like this. And then we'll just connect those 2 together. Slightly angled, but that's because these aren't straight roads. And we based it off of that, so everything is off by a little bit. And this interchange might be slightly tighter up against the freeway than this one. I think it is. So that'll do it. It's more like this side over here, which might actually be too close. Expand that out just a little. And, nope, nope, nope. And can I do this? Nope, lock, please. Ever so slightly like that. It was a little crooked. Okay. And it's fine. It's close enough, and it's the same exact measurements and scales, so we're doing fine. And they're getting everything they need, including the culture. They haven't gotten, though, the good meals yet, which I think is something we're going to actually have to expand. Let's see. Circuits are still suffering, which we kind of... Oh, power is suffering. Let's go deal with that. Go deal with power. Let's add in another one of these right in here. And I think I'm going to start a new row back here. These are only 100 steel apiece. I'm just going to put a few down. We may end up deleting some of them due to nuclear once we get uranium and stuff figured out. But now we're actually researching. After a slump there waiting for yellow science to get done, we're actually researching faster than I can unlock anything. And let's add some more electronic circuits to both of these assemblies because they obviously need them. And it looks like we also need to provide... They're complaining, but... Did I mess something up with the district? Why did these look weird? Redraw them. They were weird. Okay, that hopefully will satisfy other downgrading. That hopefully will satisfy them. What about computers? Okay, those look fine. There's something up with that zoning and that. Maybe there's a different zone and I changed something. I don't remember now. But we need to... Yeah, they're downgrading. Doggone it. At least we're gaining population at the same time, though. So that's good. So yes, let's add some more electronics to this this zone here. We need to add a road in here though. Road. Did I just place? No. Okay, good. There. Did I not make these all? Oh, that's a new one. Let's replace that with one of these roads too. And electronics. A couple more for you, and you need a road replacement as well. And then a regular road added. All right. Just add a couple more to see if that satisfies all of it. Let's check our zones. We're okay. We might need some more iron though, or maybe not. We'll see how those stabilize. Why are you still complaining about survival food? Let's take a look. Survival food is more than fine. No, they're actually starving out of, ironically, starving out of survival food. Huh. This is, interesting. I'm going to go ahead and add in another survival food into each one of these. It doesn't hurt anything, just a little bit of, I guess, yeah, all it hurts is just a little bit of power and concrete. But I think that's fine. And then I think this district will stabilize with appliances once we get there. And yeah, we are producing way more appliances than we need. And the same thing with computers. I didn't look at those numbers before I started this additional expansion, but I think it'll be okay once everything kind of stabilizes. So let's take a look at industrial robots. That's where we kind of were in the technology setups. Industrial robots are, well, identical to the home robots. And we were looking at those, actually, in the last episode. So we need to do, except they only produce 4. But how do they work? Do I have to ship them here? Or do I... Huh. Well, we need to work on actually home robots first, because that's the last thing we need for all of this. Oh, did I fix... I may be missing one more thing. One moment, please. Yep. Okay, these need to go here. And that might actually mess with this. I forgot about that. We're overproducing some. Depends on if... Looks like we do still need some more fertilizer out here too. But it depends. Copper is falling short. I think that's probably from here. Let's add another miner up here. I know I'm fixing things instead of playing, or instead of doing the new stuff, but I guess this is part of playing the game. Do a road like that. It's kind of nice how the intersection works. And actually it works really well. Keeping these ones to one set of lanes and these ones to the other. It's kind of nice. Copper. Okay, that should be enough copper now. Circuits are still complaining. So are microchips. But I don't know if it's this complaining about microchips or this. And that's where I would like to have... You're complaining about sand over here? I need more sand even. That's why I wish we had a way to drag a box around an area and only focus this research or this inventory here on that. So I don't know if we're missing microchips here or if we're missing microchips over there. But we are also missing still some circuits here. So we add some of those in. Are you happy now? This might be happy now. Maybe not. Maybe one more. But that finally put us into the green. Well, white. But I don't know about the microchip thing. And we might not have enough iron being mined here. How are you all doing? I think I'll add one. More power. Alright. And hopefully that takes care of stuff now. Except for the microchips and whatever's up with this fertilizer. Which I think we could just fix too. By adding in 2, 3, 4. Betting in a couple more of these. Let's see. Nope, nope, nope. Where's it at? Here it is. One did it, but let's add a second one just for fun. And you need more sulfur, which might also cause a problem with sulfur production, but I don't think so. Nuclear power plants are unlocked. Okay, well we're gonna do superhighways, and that's gonna finish up the research in this section until we get our population up to 2,000 level 5 citizens, which means we need to finish up those home robots. All right, quit with the training. I've already read those. It still feels like the home appliances aren't producing enough, but it says they are. So I don't know what to expect from that. I think we just go work on the home appliances, no, the home robots, over here, as planned previously. And I meant to delete all this stuff before we came in, but I didn't. Let's just do a little bit here, a little bit. And then probably this bit here too. All of this. And actually all of this. And this. Okay, good. Holding the mouse cursor from going from one type of power to the other still holds the holds everything together. Let's get rid of these roads too. I'll leave this one in here for right now. I don't know what I want to do with it, but I think that's okay. And then we need to extend this road. Do I have copper over here too? No, way down there. So I need to extend this wider road all the way out. Find a place where I want to make this angle, and this might be the right place, but it might not. And then come down here into this area to make these robots. So we looked at the recipes the last time, but we didn't have the ability to put the buildings down. So we need to have one of these. For every one of these, we need to have 2 home robot factories. Because, sorry, I did the wrong one. We need to have one of these home robot factories. For every one of these, we need to be able to make 2 motors and 2 neural processors, or one motor, 1 neural processor every 60 seconds. And those are over here. So that means we need less than 1 motor factory for each one of these. Actually, we need 1 for every 2 of these, but for now, we'll just put 1 in. And I'm putting them next to each other on purpose so that they get their proximity bonuses, because I want to see what that kind of looks like. And then these produce 1 every 120 seconds. We need 1 every 60 seconds. That means we need 2 of these. I'm also kind of building it out in a chain. So, like, we need 4 items here. One of them is aluminum, which will come in from the mine up on the hill. But if I work the motor line this way, and I work the neuroprocessor line this way, and I work the circuits line this way, then I'll kind of get what I need as far as the whole factory goes. They're going to need 1 circuit directly there. And then for the motors, we need 2 steel. And the reason it's 1 is because this needs 2 every 60 seconds, and this produces 2 every 32 seconds. So it's overproduction. This needs 2 steel every 24 seconds. This produces 2 steel every 16. So that's not even 1 as well. For the microchips, we're making 2 every 120 seconds. That means we need 4, I'm sorry, the neural processors. That means we need 4 microchips every every 120 seconds. This produces 1 every 60, so that's 2 every 120. So we need 2 of these. And then we also need to have 8 nanotubes every 120 seconds, and this produces 2 every 60, which is 4 every 120, so we need 2 of these as well. And we're going to fan these out into a separate kind of fork as well. These will need 2 circuits each every 60 seconds. That's like 1.5 or 1 and a bit of these. But because we're going to have proximity boosting, I'm going to go ahead and put 2 of them down. We could potentially have shared with those. I'm not positive, but I think we're fine overproducing a little bit. And then finally, we need 5 carbon times 2, so 10 carbon every 60 seconds. And so 10 carbon every 60 seconds is 1 every 6 seconds, so we need 2 of these, 1 each, basically, because they produce 1 every 8 seconds. So that'll be 10 every 60 is 1 every 6. Yeah, so these don't quite make 1 every 6. We'll have to have 2 of them. So these get their stuff from magic. We'll also need some sand here. That should be fine. A large sand mine can produce 1 every 6 seconds. We'll need 2 every 60 seconds. So 1 large sand mine will be enough, more than enough for this whole assembly. We'll need a little bit of iron. 1, 2, 3 every 32 seconds. That's basically nothing iron-wise. And copper as well. That's also nothing copper-wise. And then finally, sand, more sand. Actually, yeah, more sand than I was saying, but still we should easily have enough sand. We can always add another miner. You're going to need more iron for this, but it's not very much, 1 every 16 seconds. So that should be fine. A little bit more carbon, which should be fine with what we have here. And then you just need the aluminum 2 every 60 seconds, which, yeah, we have plenty, and we'll probably just share the miners on that one. Let's embiggen these down to 100%, up to 100%. That's the industrial robots we don't need just yet. But let's see what this is going to produce home robot-wise. It's going to produce 40.3. Or we need to produce 40.3 per second. Right? These are per second numbers. Yes. One of these can make 10 every 60 seconds, which is 1 every 6 seconds. So we're going to need a few of these arrays. A few. And we need to figure out how to best line these arrays up for the factory. Because they obviously can't be like this. We need to get trucks in here. If I want to try to take advantage of as many proximity bonuses as possible, I need it to be somewhat like this. But, well, it'll obviously have to be somewhat different as well. I think we could put steel to one side like this, or the robots, rather, to one side like this. If we had the circuits here, we could put the steel like this, pretending there's a road here in between. Should make that a little bit wider so we can see it. And then we can make this a little bit different. I don't know, let's see, you would get proximity bonuses there. And we could put you guys on the outside on another road. That could work. And then this could be here like this, and like this. The road going here. Maybe we space these out a little bit this way to have a road coming across here, kind of like what we did with the yellow science, and having some stuff being across the road from the other. Having a road going like this, kind of bisecting the area, and then having a road here and a road here. Although this would be better like this, except that you need the circuits, and they're not going to be right there. What if... Wait, what do you need? Click. You need the carbon, and you need the We need these. What if we move the road to be here instead? If I do it this way, and I swap these around, then that fits a little bit better. The road could be here, and there could be roads here. And then the circuits would be able to travel down, they would come out and travel down the road like this. The only problem that I see with this is, if we now have a road, to the cheapos, we now have a road going, oops. Why you not work? We have a road going here, and then one going like this, and then one going like this. And I know you're complaining about the road, the lack of road. You can come across here something like this, even though you're being difficult right now. Oh, because it's crossing right there. That's fine. Well, you get the idea. I don't need to fix it because we're going to delete it anyway. If we did it this way, then how am I going to... Can I reasonably tile this? Actually, yes, because I can put this exact thing, if you imagine a box around it like this, copy the whole thing and just stamp it down next to each other. So, if we want that bisection road, oh, there's copper there, there's iron here, maybe we do this in this area instead. So maybe I bring this road straight out and then across to connect up there. Let's do that instead. I like that idea. All right, let's go to replace this highway here, all the way down. Plenty of steel now. Plenty of. Oh, we are underproducing slightly on the good meals. We'll have to expand the good meals a little bit. And then instead of following this path, I want to take this road from here. I need to move that power pole slightly, maybe to the inside of the corner. That'll work. This goes here. And then I can go right up against that rock. Doesn't like me building in this. Is that a length issue? A cost issue? Let's stop a little bit short of the danger zone. Okay, it's a zone issue. Maybe it's that rock. And then I'm going to take this across to almost to there. It's going to complain, I think. But I can fix that by cutting off the supply of aluminum for right now. And then I think I can bring this way, and at least for now, connect it there. And then I need to fix the power line that runs across there too, but... well, actually I can do that now. Let's do that now. I see we have our nuclear power plant here. Or later. Delicious. Power goes there. Power goes... Let's go to the far edge of the road. And come down to here. And then you can snap into that one. And then I want to delete this. I can drag and let it do its thing. I never intended that road to be permanent anyway. It was mostly just a way to connect the old base and the new. That's fine. And then we can delete this road. Because it wasn't even upgraded to a highway, and I would prefer it to be a highway. And the rest of it will be a highway once I figure out what I want to do over here. Which doesn't include you either. So that's fine. Alright, let's see. So now we have this. Where do I want to put this assembly area? Maybe I could even do it... Maybe I should do it in 2 separate segments. How big is that? Pretty small. And 2 or more separate segments kind of going on either side of the highway. Let's put in... Actually, let's go with the cheap roads. Let's start here, I think. We'll just go out. Why does that not look like 90 degrees? We'll go out a bit. That'll be the main road cutting through this road that goes this way. And then we'll need to have roads every so often for the other bits. The first road... Actually, I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. Needs to be 4 plus... We'll go at like 9. I think that's a good number. And then it'll be some amount this way. And some amount this way. Probably not even that amount. And then I'll have to figure out how wide the widest buildings are here. Or how wide these blocks need to be, rather. If I do that just like this, then it's looking like 6.3 is the distance. So it's probably a six tile distance. And that's for both, because they're mirrors of each other. So we go out 6. And then these should be rows that go this way. And this way. And then 6 again. If this is correct. And then we'll start moving some of these buildings over. Now we can start with these two. They go on the inside of one of the sides. There. Here. And I just had a look at the clock. So once again, I lose track of time. Although yesterday's episode was a minute or so short, I think, when I finished, just because we were at a good stopping point, and I didn't want to start anything new at that stage. I think that's good. There. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the episode here. I'm going to move the rest of this over. I will probably stage out 1 or 2 more here. There won't be one here, but then we can do some here and some here if we need to. I'll stage out the roads at least for 1 or 2 more, and then we can come back in the next episode. We can continue working on this. I will add a little bit, I think, to the good food production before the next episode, and that way we'll have a good number here. We still need to deal with whatever's up with microchips, whether it's here or here. I think it's here. It is here. Okay, we'll have to deal with that, and then we can continue to work on the next stuff. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.